This year has prepared us for this moment. Everything we've experienced has happened for a reason, so that we could go out into the real world and make a difference. We are the architects, we are the reclaimers, we are the stars shining brightly amongst the darkness of space. We will be the ones to succeed where past generations have failed, and we will have the values that we have gathered this year to guide us, values that William Mary taught us. On this very special day, let the heavens above us be our witness. Let us promise to be fearless and strong against the forces that try to prevent us from doing good. Let us promise to be gentle and soft when we soothe the wounds of the damaged. Let us promise to always try to make the world a better place bit by bit, even if it's through a small act like choosing to help a homeless person. Doing so may not change the world, but it will change the world for that person. Let us promise to always act when we have the opportunity to do so. And finally, let us say goodbye to this great school. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Hi everyone. So I've searched my mind for an appropriate metaphor to describe this incredible milestone that this graduating class has undertaken. And there was this one recurring image. That image was a green mushroom from Super Mario. And I know I tried to shake the image, but it just kept popping up. And the more I thought about it, the more applicable it became. So for those of you who haven't played Super Mario and are unfamiliar with the green mushroom, firstly, where have you been in the last 35 years? It is what Mario can obtain to achieve a 1-up. The 1-up allowed Mario to have an extra life and gave the player added confidence when going forward to complete the objectives. To obtain the 1-up, the player would have to weigh the risk of going off course to get this advantage against staying the course of achieving the objective without it. And I believe that every single member of this year's graduating class did just that. We've achieved our 1-up. We jumped over ledges and calculated risks. So, as we go forward from today, just remember that we chose to walk the tougher path in pursuit of achieving a 1-up here at William and Mary. Thank you so much.
Since we were born, we've been constantly learning. From our early educators, we learned the basis of our knowledge. From our families, we learned our values. From our friends, we've learned a different perspective. And from our professors, we've learned to think critically. However, the most important thing we can learn is who we are. What are our passions? What are our drives? And how will we impact the world? These questions bring us here today. Through our hard work and dedication, we celebrate the end of an old chapter and the beginning of a new. However, as we enter into the new part of our lives, let's not forget who we are. Let us not forget that every single day is a gift. Let us not forget that every loved one and friend is a blessing. And let us not forget that every day we can choose to change the world for the better. In the words of my late cousin Art Trotter, go be the miracle you were born to be. Congratulations to class of 2021.
Good afternoon, beautiful graduates, families, and friends. It's a distinct pleasure to be associated with this group of business leaders today that exhibit courage, conviction, and confidence. We worked with all of our hearts, stretched our mental capacity, and had the right motives to get here today. Remember, as we go forth, lead from the heart, challenge yourself to be the best. Live as an example for everyone to follow, and also speak that passion for life into your career. Here today, remember, there's one simple rule of thumb I'm going to leave you with. Tell yourself everything you need is already inside of you. All the goals you seek are within you. You're exactly where you need to be because we are here for such a moment as this. After all, we are the storytellers of our own lives. How we navigate each day is totally up to us. But remember, everything you need is already inside of you, and our outcomes will be victorious. Congratulations, everyone.
Children sing to thee today. abide, dear William and Mary, thy fame will never cease. But each new year rejoice to see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Against all odds, I am so excited that we are here in person to celebrate us. I hope your time at Mason helped you identify the person that you wanted to be. And I hope that through our shared experiences, you choose to be kind to yourself and to others. I wish you nothing but happiness, exciting LinkedIn updates, and the continued desire to do good and give back to the community. I am honored to call you all my classmates, and I can't wait to see how we decide to change the world. So again, thank you so much for celebrating, and I can't wait to see what's next for us.
Welcome, family and friends. As Vice President for Student Affairs and Chair of the Commencement Committee, it is my privilege to announce the arrival of the graduating class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for the degree of Master of Accounting, Master of Business Analytics, or Master of Business Administration.
Do you want me to do the faculty?
Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of William and Mary. Please join me in welcoming the official party, led by our Chancellor, the Honorable Robert M. Gates.
Please rise as you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for that beautiful performance, Mr. Lim. Good afternoon. Please be seated. Welcome to the first of 6 commencement ceremonies to celebrate the great class of 2021. Graduates, you have so much to be proud of. You have adapted in the face of unprecedented challenges. You have persevered. You have earned your degree. Congratulations. Parents, families, and friends, you have walked this journey with your graduate. Congratulations too. We are proud to count you as part of William & Mary's family. We are proud to have you back on campus in person, here now, together, even in the gentle warmth of a Virginia afternoon in the spring. There is water available all over the stadium here to make sure that you can stay hydrated. Members of William & Mary's Board of Visitors, we're delighted to have you bear witness to the fruits of an extraordinary education. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Members of the William & Mary faculty and staff, you transformed research, teaching, learning, and living in the midst of pandemic. You have kept our graduates on track to their diplomas today. Please stand. One of the most powerful gains under pandemic has been the discovery of an incredibly strong partnership in Williamsburg. These have been the strongest town-gown partnerships that I remember in my career. The City of Williamsburg joined in our Healthy Together commitments. William & Mary, our regional localities, and Colonial Williamsburg supported the Greater Williamsburg Vaccine Clinic. That clinic administered over 21,000 COVID vaccines just in the last few weeks. That helped bring us here today. To honor this partnership, this year we are joined by Mayor Doug Pons, Vice Mayor Pat Dent, City Councilman Ted Maslin, and City Manager Andrew Trivett. Would you please wave and be recognized? Stand. There they are. Thank you. For centuries, William & Mary graduates have served in our nation's armed forces with distinction. This morning, the United States Army commissioned 11 William & Mary students. Receiving William & Mary degrees this weekend are 124 active duty, reserve, or military veterans. Would all military personnel and veterans, including anyone in the stadium currently serving or who has served, please stand to receive our thanks. Thank you for your service to our nation. William & Mary's Royal Charter of 1693 establishes the position of Chancellor. William & Mary's current Chancellor is the Honorable Robert M. Gates, class of 1965. Chancellor Gates served as Secretary of Defense, Director of the CIA, and President of Texas A&M University. He has served under 8 U.S. presidents and is the only Secretary of Defense to have served under presidents of different political parties. He models the highest ideals of public service that sustain a democracy in the 21st century, and we are so pleased that he is with us here today. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Robert M. Gates.
Thank you, Catherine. To the class of 2021, congratulations. You have survived the strangest academic year in living memory. The last exam has been taken, the final paper submitted, the registrar has double-checked, and yes, you have indeed made it through one of the most rigorous educations in the world, and in the middle of a global pandemic, no less. To the parents and families of the class of 2021, congratulations. You have much of which to be proud, and you have much to celebrate. The last tuition check has cleared. Director Littell and the board, thanks for your leadership during this latest test of William & Mary's resilience. To President Rowe, thank you for steering our university through the storms of pandemic. I have no doubt that this chapter of William & Mary's storied history will be remembered with pride for the resilience, determination, and yes, the courage this campus community has shown over the past 15 months. For 328 years, William & Mary has prepared its graduates to engage in the open exchange of ideas and to seek wisdom in bridging differences. That engagement is the core element of a William & Mary education. Today, in our country, those qualities are all too rare. We are in a period of our country's history marked by too much shouting and too little listening, too much ego and self-certainty and too little humility and open-mindedness. To overcome the challenges our nation and the world faces requires a willingness to listen and to learn. As graduates of this university, you have a responsibility to defend our democracy and to keep perfecting and reshaping it. Noting the extraordinary manner in which the class of 2021 has coped with incredible obstacles already, I have no doubt you're up to this challenge. The legacy of service, of making a difference for our country and for our fellow citizens, is the oldest and greatest tradition of this ancient institution, this alma mater of a nation. That shared legacy is what makes this home so special for all of us, so worth cherishing for a lifetime. As you graduate today, know that you too are both challenged and destined to make a difference. Congratulations, and God bless.
Thank you, Chancellor Gates. It is now my privilege to welcome to the podium William & Mary's Rector, John Littell.
Thank you, President Rowe. On behalf of the William & Mary's Board of Visitors, let me congratulate this year's graduating class. You have accomplished a great deal under trying circumstances. Your resilience, coupled with the commitment and hard work of our faculty and staff, got you to this point. Be proud and ever grateful to those who supported you, here and at home, for this remarkable achievement. At this point in the ceremony, William & Mary confers honorary degrees, a tradition dating back to 1756. Like everything else about this ceremony, this tradition looks different in 2021. This year, William & Mary presents honorary degrees to the accomplished artist Faith Ringgold and U.S. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. We are pleased to bring you the honorary degree ceremony virtually. Afterwards, Dr. Ringgold and Dr. Kennedy will each offer greetings to the class of 2021.
William & Mary conferred its first honorary degree in 1756 to innovator, writer, and statesman Benjamin Franklin. It is fitting that this year we honor an artist, author, activist, and icon known for her innovative artistry and for advancing equity. Faith Ringgold, your creative powers have broken so many boundaries in innovative and redemptive ways. Born in 1930, you grew up amid the flourishing of the Harlem Renaissance. You learned to sew and work with fabrics from your mother, a fashion designer. With her encouragement, the material arts became your passion. You enrolled at the City College of New York in 1950. You have shared that you appreciated your education, but it also taught you just what was missing. The curriculum included nothing on African and African American art. Undeterred, you pursued that education yourself. You earned a bachelor's degree in fine art and education in 1955 and began your career embracing many roles: mother, teacher, student, artist. You gained acclaim for your African-style masks, political posters, and quilts. You have written and illustrated beloved children's books, and you have advanced racial integration in the New York City art world. You penned a memoir, We Flew Over the Bridge, in 1995. In recent years, you have innovated in yet another new medium, inventing Quiltudoku, a game app that elevates Sudoku through color and pattern. Your artworks grace the world's most renowned museums and galleries. You have been recognized with more than 80 awards, including a National Endowment for the Arts Award, a Guggenheim Fellowship for painting, and an NAACP Image Award. Your children's book, Tar Beach, is a Caldecott Honor Book, and it received the Coretta Scott King Award for illustration, both so well-deserved. In a 2020 New York Times interview, you said, "I'm always thinking about what can be better." Through your artwork, you have changed the world for the better. You have triumphed.
Faith Ringgold, your talent is extraordinary, and our university is proud to honor you both for your creativity and the change you have led. With the authority vested in me by the ancient world charter of the College of William & Mary in Virginia, I now present you with a Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Congratulations to all of you, especially at this time when we have so much happening in the world today. But you will survive it. You will go out and do the best things that you can. You will combat the world with your education from this wonderful college. Anyone can fly. All you got to do is try. I am very pleased to be here with you. Thank you very, very much for having me.
William & Mary has long been known as the alma mater of the nation, so it is fitting this year that we honor a leader who has strengthened the bedrock of our democracy through an unwavering commitment to impartial and fair judging. Anthony McLeod Kennedy, your career is renowned. The 104th Justice to serve on the United States Supreme Court, you have promoted civic education in this nation and abroad and advanced the rule of law to uphold equality and human rights. Born in Sacramento, California, you learned about civic affairs from your attorney father and teacher mother. Your interest in government ignited at an early age, and you served as a page in the California State Senate. You earned your Bachelor of Laws from Harvard Law School. You served in the California Army National Guard, and then launched your career in public practice before becoming a professor of constitutional law at the McGeorge School of Law, University of the Pacific. In 1975, you were appointed to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit by President Gerald Ford. Then in 1988, President Reagan nominated you as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, and you were unanimously confirmed by the United States Senate. You assumed senior status as a federal judge in 2018. During your tenure on the court, yours was often the pivotal vote alongside fellow Reagan nominee and former William & Mary Chancellor, Sandra Day O'Connor. Among the consequential opinions you handed down, you strengthened free expression and authored the majority opinion to legalize same-sex marriage nationwide. Your unwavering commitment to the Constitution has been lauded so often, as it should be. You embraced the role of teacher, calling the next generation into a deeper understanding of the ideals of democracy in all these ways. You exemplify the crucial role of the judiciary and the importance of neutral jurisprudence for the nation.
Anthony Kennedy, your steadfast service to democratic principles has sustained our country through many trials. It is most fitting that the alma mater of the nation should honor you. With the authority vested in me by the ancient royal charter of the College of William & Mary in Virginia, I now present you with a Doctor of Laws honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Kennedy.
President Rowe, Rector Lytell, and members of these graduating classes who give me the privilege of joining you today in receiving this acclaimed degree. This honor will be treasured by my family and me for years to come. And it is of special significance that we receive it at a time when you graduate at a point where our country needs you more than the country has needed students for many, many years. The charter of William & Mary in 1693 states that the college is to study divinity, philosophy, languages, and other good arts and sciences. Notice the use of the term good. It has an ethical, a moral, a value-laden connotation. Do not be discouraged from using words, from following conduct, from adopting principles that have an ethical underpinning. This ultimately is what democracy means, and what freedom seeks. There is dignity in debate. There is decency in discourse. There is discovery in discussing together ways to find new truths, new insights. This was well known and understood by some of the graduates who preceded you here. Professor George Wythe, Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, Henry Clay, and now by you. To be here on the campus for just a few minutes, for just a few moments, is to experience what you have had the privilege of experiencing each day for years. That is to experience what it is like to be in a place that is a treasury of new ideas, a treasury of new traditions, a treasury of dreams, ready to be found, ready to be explored. And this you must do. This you must do as you find new ideas, new thoughts, new dreams for a new and better world. This you can do because of your experience here. This you can do because of your commitment to the rule of law and to the idea of freedom. And this you must do so that the rest of the world can look here to William & Mary, can look here to the United States, can look to you to see what freedom, to see what dignity, to see what liberty can and ought to mean. Again, thank you and congratulations.
It is our tradition at commencement to honor accomplishments of exceptional faculty, staff, and graduates. In 2021, William & Mary will present 6 university awards to our community. You can read more about each of our recipients in the program. Tomorrow morning, we will recognize 2 faculty members and 2 staff members, and we honor them now as well. In honor of William & Mary's 23rd president, Thomas A. Graves, Jr., the Graves Award recognizes sustained excellence in teaching. This year, we recognize Judith B. Harris and Robert J. Latour. An endowment from Charles and Ann Duke supports an annual award to an outstanding staff member in memory of Mr. Duke's parents, who served William & Mary in many capacities for decades. Given the dedication staff have demonstrated under pandemic, William & Mary will award 2 Duke Awards this year. Our recipients are Wendy Urbano and Darlene O. White. I now invite Lawrence B. Pulley, Dean of the Mason School of Business, to present awards to outstanding business school graduates.
Thank you, President Rowe. In the interest of time this afternoon, we will not be recognizing the student-nominated Faculty Excellence Awards or the McLaughlin or Page Teaching Awards. However, I know our graduates and their families are grateful to our faculty for challenging you to challenge yourselves and for ensuring that you have indeed learned what is most relevant in your fields of study. We have the best students in the world, bar none. At this time, we want to recognize a few special award winners in all of our graduate programs. These are very, very competitive awards. What our winners have done is to stand out within a very, very accomplished cohort. The Trustees Award recognizes academic excellence. 1 student is selected in each of the 6 programs graduating this afternoon. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all 6 award recipients are recognized, and then we will laud all 6 of you with our applause. For the Master of Accounting program, the Trustees Award recipient is Carl Scholl. For the Master of Science in Business Analytics program, the Trustees Award recipient is Brendan Donahue. For the online Master of Science in Business Analytics program, the Trustees Award recipient is Stephen Honicki. For the full-time MBA program, the Trustees Award recipient is Samantha Rogers. For the Flex MBA program, the Trustees Award recipient is Jeffrey Malloy. And for the online MBA program, the Trustees Award recipient is Megan Gallagher. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating all 6. Wonderful. You may be seated. The students in each program select one of their classmates to recognize for their exceptional contribution to classmates, to the program, and to the Mason School. Here again, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all 6 award recipients are recognized, and then we will laud all 6 of you with our applause. For the Master of Accounting program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Elise Utney. For the Master of Science in Business Analytics program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Jacob Skipper. For the online Master of Science in Business Analytics program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Sean Gissy. Sean is joining us online. For the full-time MBA program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Vicki Harrington. For the Flex MBA program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Nick Baer. For the online MBA program, the Student Contribution Award winner is Randy Manspile. Please join me now in congratulating all 6 of our Student Contribution Award winners. Thank you. You may be seated. This concludes the presentation of student awards. I congratulate this year's recipients, but I also acknowledge that many others among you have made outstanding contributions to your classmates, to your program of study, to the Mason School. And while we cannot recognize all of you individually, please know that we do sincerely appreciate your efforts on our behalf. We are deeply grateful.
Thank you, Dean Pulley. Congratulations, award recipients. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the business graduate commencement speaker, Megan Gallagher. Mrs. Gallagher is a member of Beta Gamma Sigma Honor Society and graduates today with her Master of Business Administration from William & Mary's online program. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
Hello, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to have the opportunity to speak before you today. I'd like to begin by thanking the professors and staff at William & Mary for helping us reach this point. I'd also like to thank our family and friends who have supported us throughout our graduate journey. Our class has shown tremendous dedication, hard work, and adaptability over the last few years, a feat for which we should all be incredibly proud. Now, I know that we're all excited to finally graduate. Still, before we do so, I'd like to share with you a concept that has been important to me for years, and one that I believe has the power to help all of us as we turn our attention to the future, which is the concept of serendipity. Serendipity is the act of making fortunate discoveries while searching for other things. Take, for example, the Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral. After completing a hiking trip in 1941, Georges discovered that burrs were clinging to his clothes. After looking a bit closer, he realized that the burrs clung to anything loop-shaped, and he was immediately inspired to recreate it into what we know today as Velcro. I'd like to challenge you to think of a world where things such as Velcro or other accidental discoveries such as the microwave or penicillin didn't exist. And I can't help but wonder, if these individuals didn't take the time to look a bit closer at the world around them, would we even have discovered them? As the inquisitive students that we are today, and always will be, we are constantly searching for the answers to important questions, problems we are trying to solve, or the inspiration for our next great project. However, if we become too focused on our end goal, we can sometimes forget to slow down, look around, breathe, and focus on what we are really seeing in the moment. I know that in today's fast-paced world where information travels at incredible speeds that I often fall victim to this as I race ahead to meet my next deadline. I frequently must work to remind myself that the journey I am on is just as important, if not more important at times, than the destination. Without the journey, we would have no opportunity to deviate or make course corrections to our path. Nor would we be able to make important decisions regarding what we want our destination to be, no matter how difficult those decisions may be. Serendipity, the act of making fortunate discoveries while searching for other things. So, how can we apply these thoughts to our lives today? We can begin by working to find the extraordinary in our everyday lives and interactions. We can work to stay open-minded when learning from our mistakes to see where they can lead us. And lastly, we can attempt to find the silver lining in unexpected situations. At the end of the day, we never truly know when we will have the opportunity to make a new discovery or be inspired to create something new. But I am confident that we, as William & Mary graduates, have the tools, knowledge, and motivation to keep an open mind and look for serendipitous opportunities wherever they may be. So slow down, take a look at what the world is showing you, and focus on the next step in your journey. In doing so, you may just find that you arrive at an even better destination than you could have ever imagined today. Thank you, and best of luck as we begin this next chapter of our journeys.
Thank you, Ms. Gallagher. Graduates, families, faculty, staff, we are here on campus, celebrating virtually and in person with more than 11,000 people this weekend. It's so good to be with you. This weekend, William & Mary will award 2,639 degrees. And to each of you, let me say one more time, you earned it. Congratulations. Some things we do this weekend we could not have imagined even a few weeks ago. Parents or friends are with us here. Some things this weekend are unique. We have 6 ceremonies rather than 1. Some things are sweeter than ever before, celebrating together in person, hearing each graduate's name called. For everyone in our community, the successes that brought our graduates to this moment have been hard-won. You earned them through grit and perseverance, despite loss and grief, with the support of the friends you made along the way, and so many others. Care for others through service and mutual commitment has been a hallmark of William & Mary this year. In the business school alone, more than 30 students engaged in the Crimdell Small Business Network, launched by 2 MBA students. This effort helped retain more than 200 jobs in Williamsburg in this area. Under this pandemic, we've been called to rethink, redesign every tradition, every ceremony, every activity, every assumption about how William & Mary teaches, learns, works, and convenes day by day. This year has stretched us and changed us in ways we're still discovering. We've used the word unprecedented so many times, and accurately. Yet the truth is, years like this will come again in your life and again to our nation. When they do, you will need to call on the capacities that you have grown at William & Mary. Your grit, your capacity to persist in the face of challenges, from socially distanced performances to Zoom study groups, and finding a way to have co-curricular activities that include it all. Your ability to tolerate uncertainty all year when the future was full of risk amid so many predictions that we would fail, and your ability to win out despite doubts, to craft the best learning experiences you could and find companions through trial and transformation. As a university, we've come to understand what the philosopher Hannah Arendt called the imperative to think what we are doing, to be deeply mindful of how we go about our daily work and why at every moment. We have learned how to conquer our fears for the sake of our shared commitments to protect health and the safety of those who are most vulnerable. I remember listening to the Wren bell ringing this time last year on an empty campus. This spring, on each last day of classes, the Wren bell rang out so strong and clear as you celebrated the courage it took to sustain this community this year. Graduates, you can trust those capacities and that courage. You can be confident that you are ready to be called on again, that you have the capacities that you will need, that your communities will need, and that this nation will need: grit, adaptability, commitment to others. These will be your superpowers for the rest of your life. William & Mary will always remember this class and what we accomplished here this year together. Now it is my pleasure to welcome Provost Peggy Aguirre to the program.
Thank you, President Rowe. We will begin the process of conferring earned degrees. Several candidates join us virtually. When your name is called, we invite you to stand as you are able so that we may honor you. Membership in Beta Gamma Sigma, or Vita Gamma Sigma, is this the accurate Greek pronunciation, reflects the top 20% of business graduate students. Students, please stand if you have been inducted to Beta Gamma Sigma. Please join me in applauding. Congratulations. Please be seated. Thank you. Dean Pulley will now offer remarks and present the diplomas to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Provost Zagoras. Welcome and congratulations to our graduates and to their families who are celebrating with us today. We are very, very proud of you, and you should be extremely proud of yourselves. First of all, let us thank President Rowe, Chancellor Gates, Rector Littell, Provost Zagoras, and the other members of the Platform Party. This is the first of what will be 6 graduation ceremonies they will lead this weekend. 6. This is extraordinary and is an exceptional gift to you and to all William & Mary graduates and their families. Please join me in thanking them. Second, I have spoken at many graduation ceremonies, but this is the first time ever for me to speak at a graduation in front of my bosses. If ever I should be focused on coming up with something impressively erudite and academic, this would be it, right? I don't think so. Instead, I want to speak very simply and personally and directly to you for a few minutes. This is my 23rd year as Dean of the Business School at my alma mater, William & Mary. You heard me right, 23 years. I was Dean of this business school when most of the undergraduates graduating this weekend were born. And yes, that is as hard for me to get my head wrapped around as it is for you. But in all of those 23 years, I have never seen anything like the pandemic's disruption to our academic programs. To our graduates from our one-year Master of Accounting and Master of Science in Business Analytics programs, I wish you could have experienced the Mason School educational community in its full glory in Miller Hall. To our online MBA and online MSBA graduates, I hope the consistency of your online program experience provided some salve to the pandemic-induced disruptions to your personal and professional lives. To our Flex program, working professional graduates, we did the best we could to adjust our Peninsula Center and virtual classes to accommodate how you had to juggle pandemic-related changes at work and at home. To the graduates of our 2-year full-time MBA program, I think you had the hardest transition of all, because you did experience the world-class full-time in-person educational opportunity we provide during the fall of 2019 and in early 2020. So you are likely most acutely aware of what might have been, but wasn't. But here's what I have also seen. What I have long believed and what I have told students at orientation and graduation now for 23 years is absolutely and now demonstrably true. We care about you. Our program teams have worked overtime to stay in touch with you and to listen and to respond to your needs. And I really wish you could have seen all of the experimentation taking place in the classrooms in Miller Hall last summer when our faculty and technology and programs teams were trying to figure out how best to teach under conditions when at best half of the students could be in the classroom, and half would have to be simultaneously virtual on Zoom, and everyone in the classroom would be masked. I also wish you could have been in the weekly meetings I have been in all year as faculty members have shared plans and traded stories of what works in engaging students in this environment and what does not. I have been overwhelmed by the flexibility, adaptability, creativity, and resilience exhibited by our community, by our faculty program teams and executive partners, and yes, and most definitely, by you, our students, and now our 2021 graduates. Thank you. And rest assured of two things. First, that your newly exhibited flexibility, adaptability, creativity, and resilience will serve you well, no matter where life takes you as you leave this place. Embrace with confidence that you have proved yourselves in the refining fires of the pandemic, and you are well prepared for a life of principled achievement. Rest assured equally that you will need all the flexibility, adaptability, creativity, and resilience you can muster. The companies and organizations you join will need and will demand that of you. And so will society. The pandemic has exacerbated long-standing divisions, inequalities, and injustices. And the tragic deaths of George Floyd and many others, including most recently those of Asian descent, have underscored and with renewed urgency, the need to address them. In response, you are called, and you have been given the opportunity to pursue a life of principled achievement and to make a difference for good in the world. Do so. And never, never forget that you are now a part of us and we of you for all time coming. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, please know that you will always be welcome here. Congratulations and Godspeed. Well, the time you have all been waiting for has arrived. Ken White, Associate Dean of MBA and Executive Programs, will present the candidates for the degree of Master of Accounting, Master of Science in Business Analytics, and Master of Business Administration. Ken.
Thank you, Dean Pulley. There are 73 candidates for the degree of Master of Accounting. The candidates for the degree of Master of Accounting who are with us today, please receive your diploma as your name is called. Charles Andrew Alt. Daniel Roby Deskins. Taylor Ellis Ball. Hannah Elizabeth Scanlon. Caroline Quinn Ponchuk. Ama Sirwa Owusu. Taylor Catherine Pearl. Rennie Rose Kwong. Taylor Elizabeth Peterson. Georgina Alice Walmsley. Allison Holst Oberding. Lauren Margaret Falvey. Joshua Owen Bodie. William Mark Gompels. Ryan Michelle Poe. Tehran Johnny. Rebecca Walker Suskind. Kyle Nicholas Gittins. John Murray Munchnikoff. Jiju Jizu. Taylor Leanne Cargile. Lindsay Ann Rogich. Brooke L. Russell. Christopher Andrew Rosales. Matthew Alexander Hicks. Michael Tyler Zubovich. Michael Goldak. Dylan Rice. Josephine C. Landis. Rebecca Ann Nesbitt. Paul Atticus Enderly. Kimberly Renee Cecilla. Thomas James Rishi Smale. Jordan Alexander Sechrist. Tyler Alcorn. Minjae Ju. Tanner Cole Pentaki. Christopher John Foles. Dalton Lawrence DeSantis. Claire Hayslip. Caroline Hensley Harris. Elizabeth Nelson Haas. Catherine Mary McCutcheon. Marissa Condi. Elise Utney. And we have some Masters of Accounting graduates who are with us virtually today. We welcome them, their families, and supporters, and now we'll announce their names and congratulate them as well. Kara Lynn Alcorn, Nolan John Benbrook, Nathan Stewart Borg, Amanda Nancy Brown, Thomas Davis, Rourke Aiden Fernandez, Cornelius Joseph Finnegan, Sarah Lynn Grissell, Joel Hayden Green, Dylan Hunt. The cards are sticking together. Luke Nathan Klein, Hyung-Ju Lee, Brandon Locke, Amy Lyon, Nicholas David Mazzella, Sierra Sass, Casey Ann Scanlon, Carl Scholl, Kier Tan, Yu-Ji Wang, Abigail Grace Wheat, and Mei Kay Shao. Ladies and gentlemen, the Masters of Accounting graduates. There are 108 candidates for the Master of Science in Business Analytics. Candidates for the degree of the MSBA who are with us today, please receive your diploma as your name is called. Graham Tucker Benson. Patrick Ollie McEwen. Chelsea Ann Elizabeth Valick. Arjun Venkat. Dirk Stewart Edison. Eric Martin Sandridge. Alexander Edison Girocco. Nicholas Amaru Yabar. Kobe Maximilian Arndt. Brendan James Donahue. Driss Barakat. Thomas Otto Tranquil. Akram Haroon Bijipuri. Sean Patrick Powell. Justin Corlett. Casey Robert Clark. H. Sutton Coyle IV. Blake Edwards Crittenden. Nicholas Russell Olheiser. Lauren Winstead. Garrett Richard DeFisser. Walker Campbell. Joshua Daniel Stead. Michael James Waters. Haider Ali. Matthew Preston Jacoby. Kate Elizabeth Dedrick. Theo Chambers. Matthew Ian Chubala. Zane Austin Petrus. Haley Alexis Benson. Brian James Brenton. Melvin Wayne Lee Abraham. Danny Balarezo. Isabel Arnatti. Rahul Truder. Jill Vanden Dungen. Brian Barris. Jada Aaliyah Clark. Alex Russett. Jonathan Lane Beigel. Genevieve Riley. Daniel Allen Newberry. Sarah Margaret Brown. Matthew Clark Treehub. Colin L. Parker. Jordan Edward Lowry. Noah Giles. Emma Harrison. Justin Pender. Nicholas Allen Ebert. Bruin Scott Richardson IV. Matthew Gregory Sidosic. Trenton Carpenter. Aaron Basil Johnson. Hanjeng Lee. Taylor Ann Applewhite. Yorina Takanabe. Olena Shimeko. Cien Lu. Arifa Kart Arslan. Miao Ying Chen. Yu Mao. Daniel Andrew Newsom. Alexander Morse King. Ian Thomas Lawson. Carrington Ann Metz. Andrew Napier Tremblay. Alejandro Valencia Patino. Jacob Charles Skipper. Evan Unit Lim. Matthew Emilio Whittingham. And for those Master of Science and Business Analytics graduates who are with us virtually, they include Joshua Santry Amon, Raquel Alyssa Babb, Jessica Diane Barrera, Megan Renee Bostick, Robert Jordan Brockman, John R. Burns, Simeon Andre Carter, Jacob Clayton, Cody Walker DeWeese, Ian Doers, Miles William Durkin, Sean Kevin Giese, Kaylee Ann Gillis, Shuzhang Gong, Dion Daquan Graham, Michael Robert Herman, Megan Anitra Hill, Stephen Craig Honicki, Bosco Lamb, Joel Lindner, Jeffrey Liu, Ian G. Long, Sean Roy Main, Benjamin James Marlin, Scott William McPherson, Dennis Pellevin, Keith William Pineda, Nolan Patrick Riley, Matthew James Sneesick, Michael Cameron Springer, William Stanley Stencil, Byron Shane Sullivan, Henry Waller Taswell, Bria Nicole Weathers, Emily Zazu, and Xuanxiang Jen. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the Masters in Business of Analytics graduates. Congratulations. There are 336 candidates for the degree of Masters of Business Administration. The candidates for the MBA who are with us today, please receive your diplomas as your names are called. Kenneth S. Kilgore. Jonna Martin. Alex Farnsworth. Brittany King Fife. Shantae Cherie Taylor. Anita Merte Byrne. Gary Patrick Fuller. Justin Hayes Smith. Bryce Avery Barnes. Greg James Dykstra. Sami Shushan Alajmi. Usef Alajalan. Matthew Allen Kofsky. Jonathan Michael Malone. Cindy Lynn Fellows. Victor Allen Brainon. Whitney Carlton Lester. Nicholas Grant Bear. Damian Jeffrey Temple. Catherine Louise Peters Zhang. Sheila Marie de Guzman. Gabrielle Noyes Parker. Jason Carl Novak. Dean Edward Owen. Randall Clinton Manspile. Jonathan Jeffrey Kraft Frater. Katrina Michelle Murphy. Dion Panther. Jasmine Trang Tui Kane. Joshua Dylan Buchanan. Sarah Jane Yankowski. Regina Marie Anderson. John Aubrey Bennett. Sam St. Thomas. Carl Schreier. Mohammed Imran Wasim. Megan Wilkes Gallagher. Nicolette Maureen Duval. Diane Morrison Baychamp. Ishan Kanpur. Yash Katan Parikh. Raham Abdullah Al-Falaj. Fadia Al-Shamari. Chimaanya Osuoha. Medina Siddiqui. Olufaranmi Aborashade. Chang An Lee. Akingbade Adiele Ampitan. Calvin Dwayne Smith. Adam Thomas Dormany. Alan Charles Hempel. Taryn Ariana Squires. Cody Landon Clark. Shantae Riddick. Johnny Cherie Moore. Leon Fields II. Tiffany Jones. Maria DeMontia. Zhenyu Zhang. Nick Christopher Lokman. Shansuke Takanabe. Hao Terry Wen. Wesley William Stone. Timothy James Officer. Joshua Dale Darst. James Franklin Hogarth. Natish Kemka. Rohith Parvatareddy. Peter Radford Hayden. Jana Immel. Antonello Frio. Akansh Mattel. Sultan Ibrahim Ulikili. Abdullah Mohammed Altamara. Joshua Ryan Lawrence. Victoria Leanne Harrington. Kara Ann Simpson. Kalia Angela Rakosi. James Francis Garrett III. Dean Johnson. Patrick John Lynch. Stephen Michael Burkett. Colleen O'Hara Fitzpatrick. Po Hao Chan. Matthew Todd Seafrid. Alyssa Ray McDonald. Connor Joseph Zipfel. Seong Cho Yang. Ice K. Ishaiko. Abhinav Tendulkar. Christopher Charles Malone. Ha Tran. Hong Don. Brenna Lynn Pavato. Amanda Lee Graven. Ashley Alexandra Starkins. Jeffrey Alexander Bean. Darian Ehrman Harris. Drew Hoskins Prost. Mary Rose Lim. Dennis Kulis, Brevin Jameson, Hannah Fan, Craig Daniel Hayden, Harley Roland Hayden, Prapti Kadka, Jillian Francis Doby, Mark Anthony Richardson, Maria Abe, Olivia Grace Birmingham, John Justice, Jeffrey Clarence Malloy, Paul Harry Ascoli, Ghana Smith, Derica Burgess Williams, John Drew Keenan, Rebecca Ann Barber, Jasmine Josephine Barton, Claire Elizabeth Delisle, Ashley Kelly Speed, Christopher Taylor Crawford, John Matthew Tarnacki, Kirk Russell Montrose, Richard Glenn McDonald, Douglas Andrade, R.K. Arvin, Christopher Armin Arsali, Maxwell Clark Baldwin Jr., Ayush Singh, Kay Isoiwa, Kunal Jagdishbhai Porohit, Arsalan Fida, Cameron Tyler Foster, Luke Alexander Fitzharris, Carl Ryan Robbins, David Stells, Connor Johnston Webb, Ian Patrick Hutter, Alec Young, Einar Einarsson, Brent Curtis Walker, Brittany Marie Wilkerson, Sunny Yee, Roger Michael Whalen II, Andrew Dayton Trainer, Sanat Chindalia, Fernando Rochi, Robert Anthony Mazzanti, nice to see you. Daniel Scott Kelly, Andrew Scott, Jack Cornett, Kevin Andrew Grant, Kurt Wilhelm Everetts, Joshua Wright, Micah J. West, Rebecca Nicole Winker, Juyan Kim Longo, Kendra Nicole Burns, Sarah Beth Cherry, Abdul Razak Amadou, Radwan Ziyada, Patrick Finn, Matthew Scanlon, Michael R. Ryan, And those are our MBA graduates who are with us today. Congratulations. And we have a number who are with us virtually today. They include Amrit Rajguru, Andre Adiyemi, Juan Andres Aguiar Durante, Lama Monahi Alotabe, Abdul Rahman Mohammed Al-Yeha, Gregory Umbra, Anku Amin, Michelle Lynn Anderson, David William Ahrensdorf III, Joanna Na Dede Arma, Eli Armstrong, Thomas T. Augustiniak, Michael David Bales, Michael Evan Bender, Hannah Elizabeth Bisset, William Blanton, Jake Bollinger, Nathan Alexander Bost, Andrew Harold Boyd, Trevor Austin Buffington, Jonathan Lee Butler, Rena Calderon, Ebony Eleanor Calistro, Ryan David Capelli, Beth Kovaric Castaneda, Aaron Kyle Cattell, Joshua David Sensi, David Donald Chamberlain, Clifford Ryan Tuning, Daniel Brian Clements, Daniel Gordon Corbett, Bruce Cordelli, Julie Ann Costa Malcolm, Benjamin Lloyd Davis, Adam Day, Wuda DeConnick, Dar Constance Deerfell Mook, Leonard D. Filippi, David Lane, Bonnie Lang, Joel Laster, Mackenzie Ray Latham, Elizabeth Latanzio, Jonathan Edward Lee, Allison Lepresti, Catherine Foster Lowe, Lucho Christian Maestrello, Holly Christine Maglin, Matthew Nicholas Mayer, Sean Raymond Mago, Amy Lowe McNally, Jessica Virginia Morrison, William Beatty Morris, John Joshua Mullins, Zachary Murnane, Austin New, Jeremy Nicholas Newcomer, Ryan Niku, Timothy James Noble, Alexandra Olivero, Joshua Lewis Pagonis, Christopher Von Lear Pankey, Christopher Matthew Paliano, Tejeshwar Parmar, Jitesh Patel, Pradyamajit Pathi, Jack Harry Edward Peden, Jennifer Perriera, Antonio Gaetano James Person, Matthew Ross Pope, Josh Preputnik, Jen Price, Randy Pullins, Cheyenne Randolph, Stephen Michael Rogers, Samantha Rogers, Zachary Reutz, Christine Ann Roy, Michael Ruggiero, Darielle Marie Santos, Hector Manuel Santos, Bryant Logan Satterley, Emma Schreiner, Caitlin Aaron Seif, Marcus Avery Sharps, Claire Martin Shaw, Lorenzo Lewis Shepard Jr., Jason Simmons, Matthew Isaac Simmons, John Michael Simonik, Brandon Smith, Brandon Wayne Smith, Colin Aspel Smolinski, Brian Alexander Stonkus, Darren Stout, Keon Ton, Michael Toner, Warren Turner, John Albert Torrey Jr., Logan Usmani, Haki Hakan Uzener, Catherine Wacker, Luke Alexander Walsh, Zachary Gray Waring, Christopher Weber, Lee Wilson, Jennifer Wynn, Brent Chandler Woodhouse, Benjamin Yasmin, Amos E., Wayne Michael Zettler, Sarah Beth Hope Webb Dobbs, Carolina Mahia Doherty, Suzanne Eileen Dyba, Roger Easton, Emily Kathleen Fackler, Christopher P. Flynn, Joe David Grant, Kyle Griggs, Diana Patricia Guerrero Nobalcia, Kenneth Wayne Hahn, Derek Tyler Hamilton, Kyle Brady Hall, Jonathan Andrew Hanshu, Eric Dean Hansen, Miller F. Harrison Jr., Elena Hassan, Matthew Hayes, Renee Marie Hebert, Ryan Hare, Seth Joseph Heller, Mark Robert Eustace, Michael Patrick Higbee, Karen R. Holloway, Mackenzie Elaine Rabick, David Hudson, Nicholas Howard Huffnagel, Lindsay Hunsecker Holmes, Michael Hutchins, Brian Patrick Ingram, Mitchell Philip Jew, Kevin Thomas Jones, Wanda Lynn Jones, Roger Duke Kang, Ryan Joseph Kaduzinski, Prescott Andrew Kerr, Marco Ferdy Kalong, Hugh Juan Kim, Kevin Kokolis, Thomas Edward Kramer, and Helmut Kraus. That's the MBA grads. Congratulations.
Here we are. Candidates for the degrees of Master of Accounting, Master of Science in Business Analytics, and Master of Business Administration, please rise here or virtually as you are able. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Master of Accounting, Master of Science in Business Analytics, or Master of Business Administration, and declare that you are well prepared to advance prosperity in your organizations and communities. Please be seated. William & Mary has a global reach. I'd like to ask that all of our international students and our graduates who have studied, worked, or served abroad during their time at this university to please stand as you are able. Thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming Alumni Association Chief Executive Officer and William & Mary alumna from the class of 1975, Marilyn Midyett.
Thank you, President Rowe, and cheers again to the class of 2021. On behalf of the William & Mary Alumni Association, I am delighted to welcome you as our newest members. As you step across the threshold from student to alumnus, you join a remarkable and invaluable network of more than 100,000 alumni strong. Embrace this opportunity to be an active participant. Join your local alumni network, wear your green and gold proudly, and return to campus often for homecoming and reunion weekend. Make it a point to get involved in your William & Mary network, and don't hesitate to use those contexts for networking, friendship, and fellowship. And most importantly, please come visit us in our beautiful new alumni house immediately behind you, which serves as a testament to the important role alumni play in our beloved alma mater. And now, graduates, please stand and join me as we recite the Alumni Creed, which will appear on the screen above. When you entered, there was a pin on your seat affixed to a card, so I'd ask you to take that pin off the card, and after we recite the creed together, please affix the pin to your hood of your regalia. Are you ready? As a graduate of William & Mary and as a new member of the William & Mary Alumni Association, I pledge to uphold the university's standards of honor, community, service, and tradition. I will support and cherish the ideals and values of William & Mary, encouraging others to do so as well, no matter how far from Williamsburg life takes me. Congratulations again to the class of 2021.
Well, in a moment, the platform party and graduates will recess out of the stadium. Graduates, faculty, marshals will lead you out of the stadium to your left, exiting out the same way that you entered. We will begin with the front rows, not quite yet. Please join in behind the row in front of you, and you will be exiting towards Sadler Terrace. Audience, I ask that you please remain in your seats until the recessional has concluded. As president, I hereby officially declare that the 2020-21 session in the 328th year of William & Mary is concluded for you. And then there's one more official ceremonial act that needs to happen here to close. Someone ready to catch? Got it. All right. Somebody's going to get it. Thank you.
Beneath thy trees within
you.